Himitsu Sentai Gorenger. Himitsu Sentai Gorenger are the original color-coded heroes from the very first Super Sentai series, created by Shotaro Ishinomori and aired from 1975 to 1977. They weren't called Super Sentai on air then, but later publications and official franchise retrospectives retroactively recognized them as the first Super Sentai team alongside J.A.K.Q because they set the template of a heroic squad fighting a big bad organization with color identities and teamwork. Before they became Super Sentai, the evil Black Cross Army attacked the peacekeeping group Eagle, Earth Guard League, wiping out bases across Japan and leaving only 5 survivors. Instead of filing insurance claims, these 5 were tapped to form the secret team Gorenger to stop Black Cross Führer's world domination plan, which frankly sounds like a bad day at the office for Eagle. The members are Akarenger, Tsuyoshi Kaijo, hot-headed red leader who probably yells "Gonin Sorote" a lot, Owarenger, Akira Shinmei, cool blue second-in-command and talented archer, Kirenger, Daita Oiwa or Daigoro Kumano, the sometimes tragic yellowish one, Momorenger, Peggy Matsuyama, pink with attitude, and Midorenger, Kenji Asuka, green dude who keeps the team sane. They battled villains, giant monsters, and maybe rushed lunches between missions, and decades later the franchise officially celebrated them as the genesis of everything from giant robots to zany team names that inspired shows like Power Rangers. J.A.K.Q Dengekitai. J.A.K.Q Dengekitai are a funky retro team of cyborg superheroes created to punch crime and look like a wild poker hand come to life, introduced in their own 1977 Japanese tokusatsu show that later got retroactively folded into the Super Sentai universe. Because, hey, even old school needs a glow-up. Originating as the International Science Special Investigation Squad's secret Blitzkrieg Squad, Tokyo ISIS Commander Kujirai Daisuke, aka Joker, thought, what if we turned kids into crime-fighting cyborg card suits? So he recruited 4 poor souls and zapped them into superpowered versions of themselves to fight the global criminal empire crime with human-sized monsters instead of giant robots. They weren't originally called Super Sentai in the series' Zone run and were for a time debated about being part of the official lineup until later decades when nostalgia prevailed and they were officially included under the Super Sentai umbrella. The core team names are themed after playing cards: Spade Ace, Goro Sakurai, the super athlete leader, Diajack, Ryu Higashi, the boxer, Heart Queen, Karen Mizuki, the policewoman with skirts that would inspire future teams, Clover King, Bunta Daichi, the cryo-revived oceanographer, and later Big One, Sokichi Bamba, the disguised master cyborg added to beef up the squad when 4 seemed like unlucky odds. Together, they fight crime with style, sass, and a deck of bionic tricks. Basically, poker meets power suits.
Battle Fever J. Battle Fever J are the international-themed tokusatsu superheroes from the 1979 show Battle Fever J, the 3rd entry in Toei's Super Sentai franchise, and for a while considered the first Super Sentai because it cemented the giant robot versus monster formula thanks to a Marvel co-production after Spider-Man's popularity, where General Kurama recruits 4 elite agents training around the world and an FBI investigator whose dad was killed by the evil secret society Egos, gives them powered suits so they can punch bad guys, shout fever, and pilot the giant Battle Fever Robo to smash giant monsters, all to save the world while looking oddly patriotic and disco-ready, which is definitely not suspiciously like Captain America, honest. The original team members are Battle Japan, Masao Den, Battle Cossack, Kensaku Shiraishi, later Makoto Jin after Kensaku's tragic demise, Battle France, Kyosuke Shida, Battle Kenya, Shiro Akebono, and Miss America, Diane Martin, later Maria Nagisa after Diane leaves. Masao leads with a spear and some judo karate flair, Cossack brings the orange Psy action, France, well, he's French-themed, Kenya covers the wild side, and Miss America fights with flair and gets replaced mid-series. Their origin is basically, you kids look like you can do world peace or at least beat giant robots, here's cool suits and a big robot, which is probably the least bureaucratic superhero recruitment ever. Denshi Sentai. Denshi Sentai are a kooky but classic team of 5 color-coded heroes, Toei's 4th Super Sentai season broadcast in 1980 to 1981. They became Super Sentai when the awakened Denzi computer on the crashed island Denziland detected the evil Vader clan and sent its robot dog Denzi Dog IC to recruit 5 youngsters who might be actual descendants of the lost Denzi people to defend Earth, giving them special rings that let them transform and kick butt. Yes, rings, not smart smartphones or keychains because anime tech in 1980 was chef's kiss, making them the first Sentai to use personal transformation devices anywhere and the first to have a giant transforming robot, Dai Denziman. IC even sacrifices himself later to power the robot's circuits, which is adorable and tragic at the same time. The members of Denziman are Denzi Red, Ippei Akagi, the karate-teaching leader whose name literally means red in Japanese, proving color-coding his destiny, Denzi Blue, Daigoro Oome, a laid-back circus acrobat turned acrobatic blue hero, Denzi Yellow, Jun Kiyama, an inventor and researcher with a knack for strength, Denzi Green, Tatsuya Midorikawa, a detective and cool boxing coach whose dad was a Vader victim, and Denzi Pink, Akira Momoi, the soul girl who briefly quits, then comes back to teach swimming and smack bad guys. Their surnames even sneak their colors into the spelling, which is nerdy but charmingly consistent.
Taiyo Sentai Sun Vulcan. Taiyo Sentai Sun Vulcan are basically the military's answer to superhero cosplay, formed when the super evil machine empire Black Magna started breaking things you definitely did not want broken. To stop them, Commander Arashiyama of the Earth Peace Defense Squad put on his serious face and handpicked 3 specialists from the Air Force, Navy, and Rangers to form the solar squadron known as Sun Vulcan. Picture the Avengers, but with fewer people and much tighter spandex. This made them the first Super Sentai team to be a direct sequel to the one before, and also the only all-male crew that never got distracted and added extra members mid-season. Sun Vulcan became Super Sentai by training, bonding, and shouting their team call, Sun Vulcan, into the sky right before beating up monsters, proving that 3 is apparently a good number for fighting giant robots. The members are Vol Eagle, first Ryosuke Owashi, a top pilot who later left to do NASA shuttle stuff, and then Takayuki Hiba, his kendo master pal who stepped in when Ryosuke bounced, Vol Shark, Kinya Samajima, a Navy officer ocean nerd with a heart of gold, and Vol Panther, a Sayo Hyo, a brave ground ranger who can climb anything but really hates dogs. They are total units of animal-themed justice who punch bad guys, pilot giant robots, and make saving the world look like a Monday. Dai Sentai Goggle-V. The Goggle-V are a classic Japanese Super Sentai team created by Dr. Hideki Hongo of the Future Science Laboratory to stop the evil dark science empire Death Dark and its crazy science plots to conquer the world. So think mad scientists and goofy monsters with lab coats and lasers from Hongo's lab. Dr. Hongo was ambushed in Germany by Death Dark troops, but saved by a rugged explorer named Kenichi Akama, which made him realize the world needed actual superheroes, not just a science fair project with sparklers. Yes, he got recruited because he saved the day. Using his team of computer boys and girls, he scanned for people who could handle danger, ancient gems, and apparently funky rhythmic gymnastics gear, and pulled together 5 folks to form Dai Sentai Goggle-V and fight back Death Dark's schemes with weird gemstone powers and shiny gadgets in cool colors, because nothing says teamwork like color-coordinated spandex. Their members are Goggle Red Kenichi Akama, a mountain-climbing explorer with ruby powers and rope whip skills, Goggle Black Kenpei Kuroda, a shogi club member with emerald gear, Goggle Blue Saburo Ioma, rocking sapphire-themed attacks, Goggle Yellow Futoshi Kijima with opal balls for smashing, and Goggle Pink Miki Mamazoni, the gymnast with a diamond baton because somebody had to twirl the ribbons. Kagaku Sentai Dynaman. The Dynaman are the heroic team at the center of Kagaku Sentai Dynaman, the 7th Super Sentai squad formed when the eccentric genius Dr. Kyutaro Umeno invites 5 inventive but quirky people to his Umeno Invention Center and, after they survive a rough welcome from bad guys en route, gives them Dynabraces to transform and fight the evil Jashinka Empire bent on world domination. This isn't your usual office team-building exercise, but think more explosions, surfboards, ninja disappearances, and cleaner engines with a side of robot giant fistfights. Hokutodan Dyna Red is the responsible and probably over-caffeinated leader from Hokkaido who's a kendo champ, motorbike ace, and environmental inventor dreaming up a non-polluting engine. Ryu Hoshikawa, Dyna Black, is the cheerful ninja-descended guy who literally disappears into invisibility and trains like it's a hobby. Yosuke Shima, Dyna Blue, is the surfer-swimmer techno-nerd from Ishigaki Island who knows sea life and surfboards better than most people know breakfast cereals. Kosaku Nango, Dyna Yellow, is a farm-loving nature dude from Kyushu with a dream of better foods and flowers even though he clownishly cracks jokes. Rei Tachibana, Dyna Pink, is the skilled fencer who, despite fearing cats, wants to make machines to talk to animals and fights to protect everyone's dreams with flair and a flower shield.
Together, they ride vehicles, combine into Dyna-Robo, and explode their way through evolution beasts and tail-brandishing villains with science plus spirit. Chodenshi Bioman. The Chodenshi Bioman are the heroes of the 8th Super Sentai series called Chodenshi Bioman, Super Electronic Bioman, a Japanese tokusatsu show produced by Toei that aired from February 4, 1984 to January 26, 1985. They became a Super Sentai team because centuries ago an android named Peebo and the giant robot Bio-Robo crash-landed on Earth from the fallen Biostar and showered 5 people with mysterious bioparticles, giving them special energy that their descendants would inherit. Fast forward to modern times when the evil Neo-Empire Gear, led by the mad scientist Dr. Man, threatens the world, Peebo goes around recruiting the descendants of those original 5 bioparticle-infused ancestors to form the Bioman team and protect Earth using their inherited powers and futuristic techno-braces. The core members of Chodenshi Bioman are Shiro Go, Red 1, the dependable leader, Shingo Tagasugi, Green 2, the hot-blooded racer, Ryuta Nambara, the blue guy, Mika Koizumi, Yellow 4, who starts as the cheerful 4th member but leaves early and is replaced by Jun Yabuki as the new Yellow 4, and Hikaru Katsunagi, Pink 5, the pink-suited powerhouse. They shout their colors and numbers to transform and use teamwork to blast bad guys while sometimes arguing about who left the milk out in the fridge. And yes, this Sentai was a big hit partly because of its flashy helmets and toys that were first made by Bandai instead of Poppy, which exploded sales charts. Okay, maybe not literally, but almost.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching until the end. I'll be back with more videos, so make sure to like and subscribe.